And I think the best way to overcome this trend that we've been seeing is growing these good-paying jobs in the city. And I define good-paying jobs of $35,000 to $100,000. And I think there's two ways to do that. One, support the local businesses that are here, that have made a commitment to us, and that are here, for the long term. And two, attracting new businesses. I'm just going to go through some past facts for your benefit. Pew did a report showing coming out of the pandemic for the last few years, our budget shortfall was the second worst in the country. And it was next to Detroit. And nothing against Detroit, but it's not a positive to be next to Detroit at most of the financial metrics. We had a shortfall of 14.7. Detroit was 17. Comparison cities like Baltimore was 5.4. And this is because we rely on wage taxes and business taxes. And then we have other charts that just point to all of the issues the city is struggling with, like the number of small and mid-sized businesses compared to 15 peer cities. We're at the bottom. We're at the bottom there. Then we compare black-owned businesses to 5 or 6 peer cities, and we're at the bottom again. Not just for black-owned businesses, but for even all businesses. And then we look at cities versus suburbs. Employment in the cities versus suburbs. So the suburb of Baltimore versus the city of Baltimore, or D.C. or Washington or wherever. Most cities and suburbs, the percentage of employees in the core cities versus the suburbs are within 1 to 2 points. We're 25% less employment in our city than our suburbs. We're the outlier. Then when we look at the lowest ranking city on average employment per 1,000 residents, just to give you some idea, most people are in over 500. We're at 411 employees per 1,000. Here's the killer for me. This one is I'm obsessed with this one. We grow lower salary jobs. In the last 10 years, from 09 to 18, in the country, jobs that paid less than $35,000, 29% of all jobs paid less than $35,000. In the cities, it was 28%. In Philadelphia, 60.5%. Double everybody else. What we're losing out on, Director, is the middle-paying jobs, those good family-sustaining 35 to 100. The average in the U.S. is 58%, and we're at 26. And the average in the cities is 52, and we're at 26. We're half or less than everybody else of the jobs that take people out of poverty. Then you look at the tax rates for businesses, combining the state and local rates of all the top 50 cities. New York gets the award as number one. They're at 16.1. But we're at 16.09. We're basically the same as New York. That's local and state. The third highest in the United States is Pittsburgh. They're at 9.9. And the fourth highest in the United States are California cities at 8.84, basically half of us. Chicago is at 7. Boston is at 8. They're half of us. Atlanta is 5.75, roughly a third of us. So my point is, I think it's challenging for existing businesses to grow their employment and their companies here with that backdrop. And it's also challenging for us to attract new businesses.